October 31st, 2020. The leaves were falling and the air had that distinct fall smell. For me, fall has always been a season that brings back a ton of memories because I'd usually be going back to school during this time. Usually, this was a day to dress up and go trick-or-treating or go to a Halloween party. But for the first time in my life, this day meant something much different to me. After 3 whole years on YouTube, out of nowhere, I started to suddenly get a big boost of growth. And I was only a few subscribers away from hitting my biggest goal of the year and honestly my entire life, which was 10,000 subscribers. You see, when the clock struck 12 on January 1st, 2020, I had declared on my Instagram story that this was the year that I would do it, and it was about to come into fruition. I hastily kept refreshing my analytics over and over. 9,997, 9,998, 9,999, and finally, it happened. The biggest accomplishment in my life thus far. I had reached 10,000 subscribers. Feeling as motivated as ever, the first thing that I did was grab my camera, go outside, and start filming B-roll for my next video. As I got into my car and started driving, all the emotions I had prepared for this moment came out of me at once as I was blasting music. I felt like I was on top of the world, like I had really finally made it on YouTube. It was a day that I'll never forget, but even still, I hadn't achieved everything I wanted. I didn't have 100,000 subscribers, and I still wasn't making that much money. I was still in my hometown, and I hadn't done anything super big to feel like I had made it yet. I still had bigger dreams to chase. So where did I go to chase those bigger dreams? Vegas, of course. I lived with a couple of YouTuber friends and they helped teach me how to improve my video skills even further. My channel and income kept growing bigger and bigger and my influence along with it, and eventually in May of 2021, I had hit 100,000 subscribers.
Oh my God, we hit 100K. Yo!
Again, I had reached a peak in what I had done in my life, and I really did feel like I made it this time, because YouTube was now my job. I'm well known in my niche, I'm making good money, and here I am doing everything that I had only dreamt of a little over a year ago. And I can say with the utmost of confidence that I don't feel any different. Now wait a second here, Cole, didn't you just make a video that said money can buy happiness? Now that you have money, aren't you happier? The thing is, that's different from what I'm talking about here. What I really meant by that video is that money is gonna solve your money problems and it's going to make you less stressed overall in your daily life because of it. And that will probably increase your well-being and your health in life. But as for whether I feel different as a person now as opposed to me just over a year ago, I don't feel any different at all. Now, perhaps that's my fault because my lifestyle hasn't changed that much. You know, I still do pretty much the same thing. I get up, I do some work, I eat, I work out, and maybe I'll go see friends. And even though I could travel more, I still travel pretty much just as much. That doesn't, I don't know why I'm saying that. But I doubt that drastically changing my lifestyle, traveling more, moving into a crazy apartment would make me feel more like I had made it in life. And I feel like this is such an important video to make because so many of you on this channel are young and you're chasing a better future for yourself where you will feel like you have made it. But I can tell you right now, from someone who has achieved virtually everything they've ever wanted, that that future will never come. This is because what you're gonna experience is something that is called the Hedonic Treadmill, and I've talked about this in a previous video, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it here. But basically what the Hedonic Treadmill states is that when you improve yourself in some way or you achieve a certain goal in your life, you're going to experience a short boost of increased happiness, but then you are going to return to a normal state of well-being, which was the state you were at before you achieved whatever it is that you achieved. I hadn't even realized when I said it, but in a recent video, which was why I stopped searching for my soulmate, yes, I know I'm referencing a lot of my old videos here. When I said that life is just an endless series of chasing a feeling, this is essentially what I meant. How many times have you told yourself, when I achieve this sort of status or money or physique or whatever in my life, then I can finally be happy? This sort of restriction that you're putting on yourself to not give yourself permission to be or feel how you think you'll feel when you finally accomplished everything that you want to accomplish is the exact reason why you will never reach that feeling. Sometimes I can catch myself fantasizing about that time right before I had made it, when I was just grinding grinding hard because of how naive I was at the time. I was still under the impression that life would be so much different than what it is like now, and it would feel different too. I'd be the king of the world, going to all these new events and places and collaborating with other huge content creators and making a bunch of money and just having a bunch of fun traveling the world. And that sort of feeling that I put in the back of my mind created a surge of energy in me that I find sometimes hard to replicate right now. But the thing is, it's not even because I haven't gone to cool events or collaborated with big creators or gotten noticed in public. I've experienced all of that. It's just that I now know that that feeling that I was chasing is kind of an illusion because it only exists for a brief period of time. And so for a while, I've been searching for the solution to this problem. It raised questions in me like, well, what's the point of improving myself anyways then? If nothing is really going to change when I improve, then why am I trying so hard to reach this goal or point in my life? After all, I'll probably just return to the state of being that I was at before I even started. And I dug up what I believe to be a few solutions to this problem, and they greatly eased my tension when it comes to approaching all of this stuff. The reason that I continue improving myself is because it's what I genuinely enjoy and it's what excites me. When I learn something new with editing, or I can tell that my filming skills are getting better, it's exciting and it brings long-term fulfillment. Whereas all the numbers that I see on a daily basis that are in a constant flux, these numbers that I used to base my I made it status off of, hold no real meaning. And if I base my levels of satisfaction and happiness on the numbers and stuff like that that I see every single day, on days where my numbers aren't as good or I'm not doing as much as I could in a day, I will let that dictate my emotions and I won't give myself permission to be happy. Instead, every day, what I want to ask myself is, did I do my best, and was I following my highest excitement? And if the answer is yes, no matter what everything else looks like, then I know that I did what really fulfills me. This month, I've been getting super worried about the views on my channel because my videos just haven't been performing as well, and I haven't had that one video that usually pops off every month. And so I started to see this month as a failure and a step in the wrong direction. But my perspective was the problem, not my channel. What I should have told myself is that I was still trying my best and I was doing what excited me, and that is really what matters in the end. Now that I've told myself these things, I'm so much less harder on myself when things aren't always going in an upward trend, which they're not even supposed to be, because you're gonna have months that aren't as good as others. And this is another huge problem that I see people go when they start to get into the self-improvement space, where if they're not totally on top of their shit and they're not getting all of their goals done for a day, if they just slip up, they'll be so much harder on themselves than someone who doesn't even care about improvement. Self-improvement starts to be counterproductive when you start being too hard on yourself and you are only focused on your goals and where you want to be. And when you get rid of this mindset, you enjoy the process of things so much more. If you have not made it yet, I can tell you with certainty that in a sense, yes, you actually already have. You're already there in terms of how you'll probably feel when you get there. So just enjoy your life. Let yourself enjoy life right now, wherever you are in your improvement journey. Having made it, it's not what you want. You think something is going to come into your life, whether that's a feeling or emotion or a certain way that you present yourself, that's going to signify to you that you have made it, but that will probably never come. What you really want is this feeling of excitement that I've been describing. And you can feel that where you are right now. You just have to give yourself permission to. Thank you to all the patrons on this channel on Patreon. If you don't know what this is, it's a platform separate from YouTube where I'm putting out exclusive videos and podcasts, and you can talk with me one-on-one there if you want to check that out. The link is in the description. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're going to enjoy your life more too and stop being so goddamn hard on yourself, because all you freaking self-improvement people are way too fucking hard on yourself. Just enjoy life. Life's not that serious, okay? I'm going to go. So, bye.